Hey guys, my name is Josh and welcome to AdonisJS. So in this first episode, we're going to be taking a look at installing Adonis and looking at Adonis from the inside. So the first thing you're going to need is to install Adonis CLI. Next, we can do Adonis, new, and then hello. This is going to take a minute. Alright, so that's done. Now we're going to go straight into the application. Let's go ahead and open this. Alright, so we've gone ahead and we've installed Adonis CLI, which allowed us to create a brand new Adonis project. So let's go ahead and take a look at the app directory. You're going to notice a few folders. We're not going to get into all of them now. We're just going to look at HTTP. You can think of this as the main folder for your application, where all of your routes are going to be stored, where all of your controllers are going to be stored, and the middleware for your application. So let's go ahead and start up the Adonis server now. For that, we're going to run npm run serve dev. And then we can go ahead and view this in the browser. Alright, so if we go to localhost, port 3333, there we go. There's our application. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how we're actually rendering this page in the browser. So you'll see if you open up the routes.js under app HTTP, you'll see we have a very simple method here, route.on, meaning the root of your application, .render, welcome. So what this is doing is saying when we enter the root of our application, being localhost 3333, we're going to render this view. So views are stored under resources, views, and there we go. There's our welcome view. Adonis is using Nunjucks, which is a very great templating language, and we'll get into all of the goodies in Nunjucks in the near future. So let's go ahead and see how we can make this just a bit better. Instead of using route.on.render, we're going to go ahead and use controllers. So we'll say route.get, and then we'll pass in a generator function. You don't need to worry about all this fancy terminology right now. We'll go over all of this stuff in the near future. With this in place, we can do response.sendView. We're going to want to add the yield statement. Adonis automatically watches changes to your files, or rather, NodeMon does, and it'll restart your application as soon as you make changes. So let's go ahead and view this in the browser. You'll see it works exactly the same. Let's go one step further and actually turn this into a real controller. So Adonis comes with a CLI tool called ACE, where you can easily create commands or use commands that are built in. So we're going to just use the make controller command here, and we'll call it the welcome controller. It's going to ask us if we want to do HTTP or WebSocket. We're just going to go with HTTP for now. We'll go ahead and get rid of this and say home controller.welcome or welcome controller. And there you see ACE has automatically created our welcome controller up there in our controllers directory. So let's go in here, add our welcome method, and we'll do the same thing. Response, send view, welcome. And we'll go back to our browser and preview the changes. And I forgot to start the server. And there we go. As you can see, everything is super easy to do. And once you start learning a lot more about Adonis, I think you're really going to love it. So let's jump into the next episode and see what else we can do.